Chapter 81. The whole audience was shocked. So cool. You are listening at NovelsDouluo. On the second day, Bailu's team quickly appeared on the stage. The opponent they encountered today was a pretty good team. It was a little stronger than them, and they were considered equally matched. The fight should be more intense, but the audience didn't have much expectations for this game, and just watched it as an ordinary game. Please both parties release their martial spirits. Game start. With the host's announcement, the competition started soon. Junior brother, what exactly are you trying to do with her? Can you tell me now? Bibi Dong, who had been looking forward to it for a long time, asked Ziyi while looking forward curiously. You'll find out later. Ziyi just raised the corners of his mouth slightly, but still didn't say anything. He is also very interested in what will happen next. I don't know if Bailu's combat power will really increase as he expected after using the weapon soul as a weapon. Snort. Bibi Dong snorted, turned her head and ignored Ziyi, and just watched for herself. The second soul skill, stepping on the swallow. The third soul skill, sharp wind knife. Martial soul fusion skill, stepping on the sharp wind knife. Just when everyone was just treating this game as an ordinary team game, Bailu's team suddenly experienced changes that shocked everyone. I saw Bailu and another female teammate shouting and performing their martial soul fusion skills after releasing their martial spirits. What? Martial spirit fusion technique. A martial soul fusion skill actually appeared on the field. The host was the first to exclaim on behalf of the audience, and then everyone looked at Bailu and the woman, wanting to see what their soul fusion skills were. Only the corner of Ziyi's mouth twitched slightly. Martial soul fusion skill. What the hell? Wow, we saw that. After the two contestants Bailu and Shasha have performed their martial soul fusion skills. Contestant Shasha's Wuhun wind knife appeared in the hands of contestant Bailu. When the host said this, he suddenly got stuck and didn't know how to continue. Because of Bailu and Shasha's soul fusion skills, apart from this change, there are no other changes. Puff. Even Ziyi couldn't help but laugh mockingly at this moment. Normally he doesn't smile unless he can't help it. He didn't understand. It was just a matter of taking his teammates' weapon souls. How could he create a gimmick of martial soul fusion skills? Stepping on the sharp wind knife. You might as well ask Yi to bring a knife. Oh no, it would be more appropriate to just ask Yen to bring a knife. What is this? Bibi Dong was very puzzled and asked Ziyi next to her. It's nothing. This martial spirit fusion skill is fake. I just suggested that Bailu use his teammates' weapon spirits as weapons. Ziyi smiled and explained to Bibi Dong. Using teammates' weapon souls as weapons. When Bibi Dong heard this, her eyes widened instantly. She didn't find anything funny. It was the first time she heard about this kind of thing, and she just felt it was extremely novel. At this time, after getting the weapon soul of teammate Shasha, Bailu also quickly launched an attack. The figure of the egret suddenly turned into an afterimage and rushed toward the opponent. Then I saw the figure of the egret, just like a wolf pounced among the sheep, after several quick shuttles back and forth, puff puff. Their opponents were all chopped and fell to the ground. Take action, take action. Oh my god, it's incredible. The egret player actually killed all his opponents in an instant. So this is the power of their martial soul fusion skill, Yan Ruifeng knife. It is indeed a martial soul fusion skill, so powerful. I declare that Team Tianfeng wins. Let us cheer for them. Only then did the host exclaim again, and then announced the victory of egret and the others. Good. Pretty. So amazing. Egret player did a great job. As the host finished speaking, the audience cheered loudly. Immediately, everyone remembered the two players Bailu and Shasha, especially Bailu. The scene of Bailu rushing into the opponent's team and directly killing everyone was so cool. Everyone also cheered for it. It can be said that in just one game, Bailu gained a large number of fans. 1. I actually won so easily. Egret, who was standing on the ring at this time, also looked surprised. She thought she would win, but she didn't expect it to be so easy, although there was a reason why he was unfamiliar with her technique and was completely unprepared. but a win is a win. At this moment, she once again deeply felt the power of Ziyi, whose wisdom was far beyond that of ordinary people. Listening to the cheers for him in the audience, Egret felt very much enjoying himself. Don't you come to the Soul Master competition just to express yourself on the field and let more people know about you? Yeah. We win, we win. Huh, Egret won because of our martial soul fusion skills. At this time, Egret's teammate Sha Sha excitedly stepped forward to hug her, and said excitedly while jumping for joy. Well, we won. The Egret smiled slightly. As for the martial soul fusion skills, of course they are fake, because otherwise, Sha Sha would not give her the martial soul. In her words, it means she has no sense of participation. How can that be done? So she came up with this idea. As for the audience at the scene, including the host, although many people could not understand their martial soul fusion skills, it seemed to be a little different from what they knew. But who cares, this martial soul fusion skill is very strong. Only those who have more experience or are stronger will know more clearly what is going on. No, this shouldn't be a martial soul fusion skill. Martial soul fusion skills are definitely not like this. Yu Xiaojiang in the audience opened his eyes wide at this time, trying hard to recall what he had just seen. He obviously saw something was wrong. Uncle Jian, Uncle Bone, that wasn't the martial soul fusion skill just now, was it? In today's audience, Ning Fengji from the Seven Treasures Glazed sect was also here. He also noticed it, but with Sword Douluo and Bone Douluo there, he did not say for sure, but asked the two people next to him. That's right, that's not a martial soul fusion skill, but that girl from the sensitive clan took her teammate's weapon soul and used it as a weapon. Well, I don't know if the girl from the sensitive clan above came up with this idea. It's absolutely incredible. Sword Douluo and Bone Douluo also had a look of surprise on their faces at this time, and then they praised one after another. It seems I saw it right. Amazing. With the help of his teammates' weapons, Wuhun fully utilized his own speed advantage and truly transformed his speed into offense. I didn't expect that the weapon spirit could be used like this. It's simply unbelievable. After Ning Fengji received confirmation from Sword Douluo and Bone Douluo, he immediately couldn't help praising him. Chapter 82 Bibi Dong is jealous. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Ha ha ha. Well, you are worthy of being my good daughter. You have made our Min clan proud. Haotian sect, Min clan, when he received the information about the Soul Master competition, he confirmed it several times and burst into laughter. He did not expect that his daughter would be so outstanding in this Soul Master competition and give their Min clan a great victory. Using teammates' martial spirits as weapons, perfectly exerting the speed advantage of our Min clan. Then he carefully recalled the information in the intelligence, and his eyes became brighter. This unprecedented thing made him see the hope of the rise of the Min clan, the tradition of their Min clan only absorbing the soul rings of the sharp-tailed swift soul beast will definitely not change. Their clan is the sharp-tailed swift in the Soul Master world. It would be great if they could improve their combat effectiveness while retaining the tradition. It's not that he doesn't know that. Taking weapons can help them improve their combat effectiveness, but they really don't want to take weapons used by ordinary people. There is no Soul Master in the Soul Master world who uses ordinary people's weapons. That's too embarrassing. Besides, the weapons of ordinary people have limited lethality. If they encounter a stronger Soul Master, those weapons cannot break their defense. Using them would be embarrassing. Unless they have enough destructive power to kill a level 30 Soul Master, the Min clan will definitely not use them. They can't afford to lose face, but his daughter's use of teammates' martial souls as weapons gave him a new idea. Yes, the weapons used by ordinary people are too weak, so why don't I use the weapon martial souls of Soul Masters as weapons? If he can find a family with weapon martial souls as weapons to cooperate with, it would be perfect. Not very realistic. As long as they are fighting Soul Masters who can become Soul Masters, no one is willing to act as a foil. Otherwise I can find two families of the Pa clan to cooperate with. But he shook his head soon. He didn't even dare to imagine how furious Yang Wudi would be if he proposed this idea to him, and the Haotian sect probably didn't want to do it either. Their Min clan's position in the Haotian sect is to be responsible for intelligence gathering and scouts. There are other affiliated families for fighting, and the Haotian sect is not a decoration. Ah. Forget it, at least we know a way to improve the combat effectiveness of our clan. Finally, Bai sighed and stopped thinking about it. The fact that Bai Lu and her teammate Sha did not use the real martial soul fusion technique was known to everyone within a few days, because someone with insight told the truth. All those who knew the truth were shocked. They did not expect the truth to be like this. Although the two did not use the martial soul fusion technique, more and more viewers like to watch their game. Martial soul fusion technique is not common, and Bai Lu's combat method of using teammates' weapon martial souls as weapons is even less common. Especially Bai Lu's combat scene with extreme speed is so cool. Therefore, Bai Lu did not reduce the attention after the truth was revealed. On the contrary, more and more viewers liked her. In the Soul Master competition, there were even other teams imitating Bai Lu's combat method. However, the effect achieved was very different. Not only did it not improve the combat effectiveness, but it reduced the chance of being beaten by the opponent. Everyone realized that Bai Lu's fighting style was not suitable for everyone. It was perfectly suitable for Soul Masters like Bai Lu who had a single agility attribute and no attack soul skills. However, Bai Lu's team was still not qualified for the promotion match and was eventually eliminated. But these didn't matter to Bai Lu anymore. She was already satisfied. She was the center of attention in this Soul Master competition. I really envy her. Although she lost the game, so many people know her name. Bibi Dong said with some envy after watching Bai Lu's last game. It will take some time for her to play. As she spoke, she said to Ziyi with a slightly sour tone, "Junior brother, you are really biased. You helped one of your former classmates solve the problem of not being able to practice, and the other gave her such a trick to make her the center of attention in the competition. And as a senior sister, you haven't given me any advice yet." Ziyi was really embarrassed by what Bibi Dong said, but after thinking about it carefully, Ziyi became confident. "No, senior sister, your cultivation is the best, and all the teachers have been arranged for you, so why do you need me? And didn't I help you? You have learned so fast in these years, isn't it all thanks to my soul skills?" This is also the real reason why Ziyi didn't guide Bibi Dong. Ziyi has some ideas on how to strengthen Bibi Dong, that is how to make better use of her twin martial souls. In the original work, Bibi Dong can only seamlessly switch between her two martial souls, but each time she uses a soul skill, she can only use the soul skill of one of the martial souls. If Bibi Dong can use the soul skills of two martial souls at the same time, or even develop her own martial soul fusion skills, then the strengthening of Bibi Dong will be a lot, but these things are not available to Bibi Dong at present. Because she hasn't started cultivating her second martial soul yet. It's too early to say this, but it's not impossible to learn how to control your twin martial souls at the same time early, then it will be easier to develop further. But I do have an idea about senior sister's future training. After thinking about this, Ziyi spoke to Bibi Dong. What do you think? Junior brother, please tell me. Hearing that Ziyi actually had thoughts about her, Bibi Dong excitedly shook Ziyi's arm and urged her. So. Ziyi immediately told Bibi Dong what he thought. In fact, it's not a solution, it just points out a direction for Bibi Dong's cultivation. I can use martial soul fusion skills myself. Even if it was just an idea, Bibi Dong's eyes instantly lit up, as she had never thought that a person could use martial soul fusion skills. Martial soul fusion skills generally require matching martial souls and two or more people who are like-minded and trust each other before they can be used, especially the point of being connected and trusting each other is the most difficult. However, this is not a problem at all for her. After all, she is alone. Then how can I use my two martial arts spirits at the same time? Bibi Dong also quickly understood what the difficulty was, and quickly caught Ziyi and questioned her. You can only rely on yourself to figure this out. The most important thing is to find ways to control distractions. Ziyi said, for weapon souls, it will be easier to use two of your own souls at the same time, but for beast souls it will be more difficult, because it requires possession by a martial spirit. To achieve possession by two martial spirits at the same time, Bibi Dong really had to figure it out on his own. Chapter 83 Step-by-Step Practice. You are listening at NovelsDouluo. Distraction Control. Isn't that the secret skill of the Seven Treasures Glazed sect, that when Bibi Dong heard Ziyi talk about distraction control, her first reaction was that the Qibao Glazed sect secret skill was distraction control. Today's Shangsan sect is considered the most distinctive, because the three sects at this time all have their own secret skills: the Haotian sect's explosive ring, the Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon sect's dragon transformation, and the Seven Treasure Glazed Tile sect's distracted control. Even if the Seven Treasure Glazed Tile Pagoda is defective and can only add 7 soul rings, it can still be called the first auxiliary martial soul, which has a lot to do with their distraction control, because the use of distraction control allows them to use the soul skills of 7 soul rings at the same time. The instant strengthening ability is too powerful. If we can gain distraction control from the Seven Treasures Glazed Tile sect, that would be really good, and it's also a way. But it's obviously impossible to obtain their secret distraction control skills, especially those of us from the Spirit Hall. But senior sister, you don't need to control 7 soul skills at the same time. You only need to control 2 martial arts at the same time. Use distraction. Even if you don't have the secret skills of the Seven Treasures Glazed sect, you can still do it through training. After Ziyi analyzed Bibi Dong, he quickly told Bibi Dong how to train distraction. The simplest among them is the familiar drawing of a circle with the left hand and a square with the right hand. Draw a circle with your left hand and a square with your right hand. Bibi Dong's eyes suddenly lit up when she heard this method that she clearly knew how to do. Junior brother, give me your hands quickly. I want to try. Then Bibi Dong urged Ziyi to give her his hands, eager to try. Ziyi understood what Bibi Dong meant, and then spread his hands in front of Bibi Dong, palms upward. Seeing this, Bibi Dong quickly stretched out her hands, used her index finger as a pen, and began to try to draw on Ziyi's palm. Drawing a circle with your left hand and a square with your right hand is easy to say, but not so easy to do. After Bibi Dong tried several times, she still felt that she couldn't get the point. It's too difficult, how is this possible? After a few moments, Bibi Dong became impatient. Junior brother, please post one for me. Then Bibi Dong could only ask Ziyi to put a heart-purifying charm on her and try again. Normally she doesn't like to use the heart-purifying talisman. She is only willing to use it when she is practicing and studying. Ziyi didn't answer, and directly summoned a heart-purifying talisman and stuck it on Bibi Dong's body. After attaching the pure heart talisman, Bibi Dong tried it again. The effect was a little better, but she still couldn't draw a square and a circle at the same time. The purpose of the pure heart talisman is to ensure that there is no error, and there will be no situation where one hand is led astray by the other. The heart-purifying talisman is not omnipotent. It can only purify the mind but not distract. If you want to learn how to control distractions, you have to practice more on yourself. When Ziyi saw this, he also said to Bibi Dong, it would be great if you could get the Seven Treasures Glazed sect secret technique of distraction control, but if you don't have it, you can only practice it yourself. Moreover, he can only practice 1 mind, 2 uses, and 3 uses. Ziyi doesn't know how to practice. Like the Qibao Glazed sect, he can be distracted and multi-purpose. The highest state of the 7 orifices exquisite heart reaches the state of being distracted and 7-purpose, so he can only rely on secret skills. Well, I can only practice by myself. I must learn it. Although it feels difficult, Bibi Dong is full of energy when she thinks that she can use martial soul fusion skills alone. In the next few days, Bibi Dong became a little confused and kept practicing multitasking. The qualifiers for the Imperial Capital District of the Tiando Empire ended quickly. In the end, 5 teams qualified and entered the next round of promotions. They are Haotian Team, Thunder Team, Tianshui Team, Kamikaze Team and Blazing Team. After the qualifiers, the next promotion tournament will also be held at the Tiando Imperial Capital Arena, but not so quickly. It will not take place until a total of 10 teams from several other kingdoms and principalities come over. Even before Bibi Dong wanted to go back, the 2 of them continued to stay in Tiando Emperor's capital. A week later, all the 10 qualifying teams from other divisions arrived, and the promotion matches for the Tiando Empire began soon. The promotion competition is conducted in the form of an individual competition, which can demonstrate personal abilities to the maximum extent and thus enter the eyes of the Tiando Empire. Those who perform well will be additionally rewarded. After the promotion competition started, Ziyi saw a familiar team again, Botanical College team. It's just that this time the plant Sentai is not composed entirely of women like later generations. There are also a few male members in it. It's just a coincidence that later generations of plant Sentai, like Tianshui Academy, are all women. Only Tianshui Academy has always adhered to the rule of only recruiting female students. Team Plant lost the first game and was defeated by another team from the kingdom, but it doesn't matter, the promotion competition only determines the ranking. The higher the ranking, the more advantageous it will be in the finals. Regardless of their final results, the 15 teams will not be eliminated and can already enter the finals. It's such a pity that senior student Xiao Tao didn't come, otherwise our botany college would definitely not have lost like this. Yes, senior Xiao Tao is only 16 years old, but she is already a level 44 soul sect. She is the strongest genius student in our botanical college. I don't know why, but Xiao Tao, a junior fellow student, doesn't come to participate in this competition. Maybe she wants to come again next time. In 5 years, when Xiao Tao is still old enough to participate, she will definitely be a soul king. Yes, maybe she has the same idea as Tang Hao of Haotian team, that when the plant team failed, 2 spectators next to Ziyi felt sorry for the plant team's defeat. From their conversation, it is not difficult to hear that they are also from the Plant Academy, 16 years old, 44th level Soul Master. Ziyi couldn't help but feel a little moved when he heard them talking about Xiao Tao. Those who can have such a cultivation at this age must have a very high level of innate soul power, but why didn't the other party come to participate in the Soul Master competition? Is it really like what they said, just to participate in the next session? Hello, I heard that Xiao Tao from your academy is really amazing. Do you know what level of innate soul power she is? Ziyi, who was a little curious, then walked over and asked the 2 people directly. Ziyi had an amazed look on his face, as if he was surprised by the junior sister mentioned by the other party. Of course, Xiao Tao is the strongest genius in our academy. Xiao Tao's talent is naturally excellent, she has the top talent of innate full soul power. That the 2 saw Ziyi's astonishment, and they didn't think much about it, and answered proudly, is it really innate full soul power? Innate full soul power, but not participating in the Soul Master competition? Could it be? P.S. Update completed. I will go back to my hometown to prepare for ancestor worship. Please vote for the monthly ticket. Chapter 84. The transformation of the 100,000-year-old soul beast is confirmed. You are listening at NovelsDouluo. 100,000-year-old soul beast takes form, innately full of soul power, but afraid to participate in the Soul Master competition. Ziyi's first thought was to transform into a 100,000-year-old soul beast. If a human being hadn't transformed into a 100,000-year-old soul beast, it would be impossible not to participate in the Soul Master competition. Only Xiao Wu could be so stupid, knowing that he would be exposed but still going forward. Normally, 100,000-year-old soul beast takes the form and avoids strong human beings as much as possible before entering the mature stage. Anyone who is as strong as a titled Douluo can see through it with just one glance. Of course, this does not include the blind man DongI'm. Maybe his eyes have been almost blinded by his own poison. After having doubts, Ziyi immediately prepared to investigate. If not, it will be a wasted trip at most. If the other party is really the soul beast in the form of 100,000 years old, then you can't miss it. Even if 100,000-year-old soul beasts become humans, they are still soul beasts in essence. When they saw human soul masters hunting soul beasts, their first reaction was anger. In their hearts, humans are aliens. Don't look at the fact that Ain and Xiao Wu both like humans in the original work. So you think they regard humans as the same kind? No, they only recognize the humans they like and are close to. Therefore, in Ziyi's mind, he did not regard the 100,000-year-old soul beast as the same kind. In his eyes, the soul beast that has been transformed for 100,000 years is a treasure, and it is a treasure that is inhabited by the virtuous, even if they don't need the soul rings on their bodies. 100,000-year-old soul bone that is bound to explode is extremely precious. Especially for Ziyi, he doesn't need soul rings, but soul bones are very useful and can be used to make homemade talismans. Of course, if they are beauties with 100,000-year-old soul beasts, and they are love-minded like Ain and Xiao Wu, it is also a good choice to take them into the house. not only can you satisfy your own cross-race XP, but you can also have multiple helpers. Senior sister, let's go to the botanical college. After returning to Bibi Dong, Ziyi spoke directly to Bibi Dong. What? Are you going to find the schoolmate they call Xiao Tao? Are you attracted to this person? Hearing Ziyi's words, Bibi Dong suddenly glared at Ziyi angrily. Bibi Dong heard the conversation between Ziyi and them just now. Since coming out this time, Bibi Dong has discovered another side of her junior brother, a side that makes her very unhappy. That's when she discovered that Ziyi was just as lustful as other men. Not only did he date a girlfriend early on, he was also friends with his beautiful cousin. While watching the game, Ziyi focused more on those beautiful girls. This discovery made her very angry, but there was no reason to be angry. Ziyi was not hers. Now I heard that a girl is very good, and I want to find her. He simply doesn't take her seriously. Isn't she beautiful? She wanted to find someone who could find her. She didn't believe that Ziyi didn't feel her affection for him. Is it possible that she still needs to take the initiative? How can that work? What are you thinking about? Ziyi smiled and rubbed Bibi Dong's head, and then explained, I suspect that the schoolgirl they are talking about is a human who took the form of 100,000-year-old soul beast. What? 100,000? Bibi Dong, who was still a little angry, almost screamed when she heard Ziyi's words. Fortunately, she covered her mouth in time. But those beautiful eyes were still looking at Ziyi with wide eyes. You are born with full soul power, but you don't come to participate in the Soul Master competition. Why do you think it is? Unless they dare not come, there is no Soul Master on Douluo continent who doesn't want to participate in the Soul Master competition. Ziyi analyzed it for Bibi Dong. Bibi Dong didn't answer, but looked directly at Ziyi. Ziyi knew that Bibi Dong was talking about him. Isn't there someone right in front of me? Just tell me if my suspicion is justified. Ziyi ignored Bibi Dong's eyes and continued. Is it impossible to be born with full soul power? Bibi Dong blinked. Although she thought Ziyi's guess was possible, she still didn't dare to believe it. It is true that 100,000-year soul beasts are too precious and rare. On the contrary, one or two geniuses with innate soul power will appear from time to time. As long as this is possible, we can go over and take a look without suffering any loss. If you don't want to go, just continue to watch the game here. Senior Shilong and I can go. Ziyi said directly. Go, of course I want to go. Bibi Dong heard what Ziyi said and said quickly, if what Ziyi guessed is true, then finding a human who has transformed into a 100,000-year-old soul beast is much more interesting than watching a game. How could we leave her out? Then let's go, the sooner the better. Immediately, Ziyi took Bibi Dong out of the Soul Master competition arena, and then sent a signal to concubine Li Chan and Shilong, who were secretly protecting them, to come directly. When Ziyi told concubine Li Chan and Shilong about his guess, they were also surprised by Ziyi's bold guess. Although Ziyi's guess was reasonable, the two of them had the same reaction as Bibi Dong. They both couldn't believe it was true, but wherever Ziyi and the two go, they will follow. The Botanical College is not a dangerous place. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. Protecting Ziyi and Bibi Dong is the most important thing to them. 3 days later, Ziyi and his party arrived at the Botanical Academy, which only recruits plant martial soul students. Then Ziyi asked concubine Li Chan to take him quietly inside to look for the other party. Outsiders are not allowed to enter the Botanical College, so they can only enter secretly, with Ziyi's invisibility charm. Concubine Li Chan and Ziyi entered the academy easily. As long as they don't use soul skills or use too much soul power at once, they won't exit the invisibility state. After some searching, they finally met the girl named Xiao Tao in the backyard of the Botanical College. She has dark red hair tied into a double ponytail, which is very beautiful. Buzz, after seeing his target, Ziyi didn't pay much attention to his appearance. He only knew that he was beautiful. Ziyi focused more on his mental power, and then focused his mental power on his eyes. After eating the fairy grass and looking through the autumn dew, Ziyi only knew that his eyes had evolved, but he didn't know whether he could see through the true form of a 100,000-year-old soul beast. He just tries. If you can't see through it, you can only confirm the other party's identity through other methods. That would be more troublesome, or you could Just ask a title Douluo to come and take a look, but the next second when Ziyi concentrated on looking at the girl again, Ziyi knew that there was no need to go to so much trouble, because in Ziyi's eyes, the girl named Xiao Tao became different. Ziyi could vaguely see the shadow of a peach tree on the other party's body, a peach tree called the Flame Heart Peach. Sure enough, it's the transformation of a 100,000-year-old soul beast. Ziyi's heart was suddenly shocked. Chapter 85 Soul Beast Beauty. Takeaway directly. You are listening at NovelDouluo. After seeing clearly that the other party was indeed a 100,000-year-old soul beast, Ziyi only thought for a moment before making a decision. Sister Fei, go up and knock her out and we can take her away. I'm very confident that she is a spirit beast. Then Ziyi sent a message to concubine Li Chan to kidnap the person directly. As for saying not to say it out for now, wait until later or something like that, it's all full of uncertainty. There is no information about this woman named Xiao Tao in the original work. Either she had been hiding, or she had been discovered and hunted by others. Now that it has been discovered, it should be captured directly, otherwise, no one knows when the other party left the botanical college and hid. She didn't even participate in the Soul Master competition and could leave at any time, so Ziyi asked concubine Li Chan to kidnap people directly. This is the 100,000-year-old soul beast he discovered, so the soul beast belongs to him, so there is nothing to worry about. He is a disciple of the Pope. If he couldn't use it, he could keep it for Bibi Dong. He had already seen that Bibi Dong liked him, so it was nothing to give to Bibi Dong. Bibi Dong would be his from now on. The only thing to worry about is that Shilong may be greedy. Concubine Li Chan and Ziyi are not worried. Concubine Li Chan is still Ziyi's woman. The intersection of yin and yang with Ziyi will be more helpful to concubine Li Chan. There is absolutely no need to fight for a 100,000-year soul beast. Fall out, it may be more appropriate for her to exert force from bed, so Ziyi asked concubine Li Chan to accompany him in. After leaving, there is no need to worry about what will happen to Shilong as concubine Li Chan is here. And even if Shilong was greedy, he would at most be able to steal the 100,000-year soul beast and defect to the spirit hall, but he would never dare to touch him and Bibi Dong. It's okay to just rob something and defect. If he and Bibi Dong are touched, he is still just a contra. He will face the full force of the Wuhun palace to pursue him, and he will definitely not be able to escape, and no sect force dared to protect them. After getting in touch with him in the past few years, Ziyi knew that the other party might be a bit snobbish, but he was definitely not stupid. If he really takes away Xiao Tao, he is still just a soul Douluo, and he doesn't know how many years it will take to break through the title Douluo, so with a 100,000-year-old soul beast transformed into him, he doesn't even need the spirit palace to take action. He only needs to release the news, and he is finished. Okay, I get it. That when concubine Li Chan heard Ziyi's words, her eyes lit up, and then she quietly touched behind him. Boom. Ah. With a scream, Xiao Tao woke up from her nightmare. In her dream, Xiao Tao discovered that her identity as a 100,000-year-old soul beast had been discovered by humans, and she was hunted for her bones before she reached maturity. After entering human society, she has had nightmares many times, all similar nightmares. This made her often regret. If she had known better, she would not have turned into a human being. She was always in fear, but if she didn't transform into a human being, she wouldn't be able to survive the catastrophe at all. Every time after having a nightmare, Xiao Tao secretly swears, as soon as I enter the mature stage and no longer need to be close to humans to practice, I must return to Taoyuan Valley and never come out again. This is where, however, when Xiao Tao woke up, before she could swear again this time, she realized that the scene in front of her was very wrong. She is actually not in the academy. After getting ready to get up, Xiao Tao realized that her body was still tied with a rope and she couldn't get up at all. Are you awake? Hey Xiao Tao, right? Are you really the 100,000-year-old soul beast incarnate? That when Bibi Dong saw Xiao Tao waking up, he immediately stepped forward and knelt down, and then curiously asked Xiao Tao. Although she believed what her junior brother said, she still wanted to hear the other person's personal confirmation for confirmation. I'm not some 100,000-year-old soul beast incarnate. Who are you? Let me go. After Xiao Tao heard Bibi Dong's words, her face suddenly turned pale, but she definitely didn't dare to admit it, so she struggled and screamed. You, who are you? Wu. How could I be a soul beast? Please let me go. Wowed. Then the other person started crying. She really cried, fear and fear. She also remembered at this moment that she was knocked unconscious by a sneak attack in the backyard of the college. If the other party could still reveal her identity, Xiao Tao felt that it was over, but she would definitely not admit it herself, because the other person who asked this was obviously not sure. Your Highness, is she really the soul beast of 100,000 years incarnation? Seeing the poor, frightened and helpless girl crying, she long couldn't help but ask Ziyi. He either doubted Ziyi or wanted to confirm it from Ziyi's mouth. As for snatching Xiao Tao away, he had no such idea at all. It shouldn't be wrong, Ziyi said with a smile. No. How could I be a soul beast? Big brother, please don't talk nonsense. Please let me go, I'm really not a soul beast. Hearing Ziyi's words, Xiao Tao over there suddenly screamed an injustice. After hearing the words of several people, she became even more certain. There was no title Douluo among them who could directly see through her identity, otherwise there would be no such doubts. Junior brother, are you really wrong? Look how pitiful she is, she doesn't look like a soul beast at all. When Bibi Dong saw Xiao Tao's weak and pitiful look, she immediately stood up and looked back at Ziyi. In her impression, how could a soul beast look like this? Aren't all spirit beasts ferocious? If it's really not the case, we can just let her go when the time comes. We just need to take her back, and the teacher can tell at a glance whether she is a spirit beast or not. Ziyi's expression remained unchanged and he was not confused by Xiao Tao's appearance. Xiao Tao, who was still pretending to be aggrieved, suddenly changed her face after hearing Ziyi's words. The only one who can see through her identity at a glance is the title Douluo. If the other party's teacher is really a title Douluo, then as long as she is taken back, she will definitely be done with it. No, I'm from the Botanical College, you can't take me away. You bad guys, let me go back quickly. Anxious and frightened, she was still making her final struggle. You're scared. It seems that junior brother is right. You are indeed a human who has transformed into a soul beast that has been around for 100,000 years. Only this time, Bibi Dong had already seen through Xiao Tao's frightened look. No. I don't whine. Before Xiao Tao could finish speaking, Bibi Dong summoned a ball of spider silk to seal her mouth. It's almost time to rest, let's continue on our way. Go directly back to Wuhun Palace. Seeing this, Ziyi also stood up. Yeah, I caught 100,000-year-old soul beast. The Pope will definitely be shocked when he finds out. His Highness is still very good. He can guess her identity through just a few clues. Concubine Li Chan nodded when she heard this, and then lifted Xiao Tao up. It's over. Xiao Tao felt that her eyes were darkened and there was no hope left. Damn it, it's all this bastard. Xiao Tao, who already knew that she was finished, could only stare at Ziyi hatefully with her beautiful eyes. Chapter 86 Revenge Sacrifice. You are listening at NovelFold.audio. Wuhun City, Pope's Palace. His Majesty the Pope, a woman has come to our Pope's Palace and wants to see His Highness Ziyi. Someone went to the Pope's Palace to report to Qian Xuanji. Oh. What woman is looking for Ziyi? Do you know why? Qian Xuanji raised his head and asked curiously. His Majesty the Pope is a woman named RingDouluo. She came to our Wuhun Palace to seek help. She said that only His Highness Ziyi can help her. She is a soul warrior with 9th level innate soul power, but she is as unable to practice as Tang Yuehua of the Haotian sect. Recently, didn't it spread that Tang Yuehua found a way to practice with the help of His Highness Ziyi? That woman came to our Wuhun hall only after knowing this news, hoping to seek help from His Highness Ziyi. The person who came in quickly explained the situation and why the woman named RingDouluo came to see Ziyi. Innate soul power is level 9, unable to practice. You sure? What is the opponent's martial spirit? That he originally thought that the woman who came was Qian Xuanji, who had something to do with Ziyi. After hearing what the person below said, he stood up in surprise. I've verified it, it's true. The opponent's martial spirit is a glowing sphere, that the people below quickly determined. Well, I understand, please bring her in. If her problem is the same as that of the daughter of the Haotian sect leader, I can help her solve it. Qian Xuanji nodded, and then said to the people below. Yes, His Majesty the Pope, I will go and bring the people in right away. After the people below finished speaking, they respectfully left. Not long after, the other party walked in with a gentle and quiet woman. Ziyi didn't know at this time that a woman came to Wuhun Hall to look for him by name, with a 100,000-year-old soul beast in its form. Ziyi and the others would definitely not go to any more games. The most important thing is to take the 100,000-year-old soul beast back and place it in its transformed form first. I'm about to break through, please protect me. And on the way back, Ziyi felt that his opportunity for a breakthrough had arrived, and immediately asked Bibi Dong and the others to protect him, and he began to practice. Great, junior brother finally caught up and broke through the soul sect before the start of the game. I wonder what kind of soul skills junior brother can obtain this time. Bibi Dong looked at her junior brother who was entering cultivation and couldn't help but talk happily. I believe His Highness will not let us down. After hearing Bibi Dong's words, Shilong also said with a hint of expectation. Both he and concubine Li Chan knew that Ziyi had condensed his soul ring by himself, so he really wanted to see how Ziyi successfully condensed his soul ring. The 3 soul skills in front of His Highness are all unique. I believe that His Highness's 4th soul skill is also indispensable. Concubine Li Chan also spoke in agreement. In short, several people have full confidence in Ziyi. Breaking through the soul sect, is this bastard just preparing to break through to level 40? Xiao Tao, the 100,000-year-old soul beast who was left aside, also learned about Ziyi's current situation from Bibi Dong's words. I knew that Ziyi was just about to break through level 40 and become a soul sect. Are the first 3 soul skills unique? Damn, this bastard must be hunting a very rare spirit beast. Based on their conversation, Xiao Tao became even more angry. If she had to say who she hated the most among the people who captured her, it was definitely Ziyi. She already knew that it was Ziyi who guessed that she was a 100,000-year soul beast based on some clues. It was Ziyi who organized others to come and catch her, and he was also very sure that she was a 100,000-year soul beast, and he refused to let her go. He must take her back to show his teacher who was a titled Douluo, so that she finally showed his flaws. Now that she knew that Ziyi hunted many rare soul beasts, she hated Ziyi even more. It's really unfair that such a person actually has a teacher with the title Douluo. It's only now that I'm ready to break through level 40. I'm just rubbish, Xiao Tao cursed in her heart. At Ziyi's age, others at level 40 may be very powerful, but in her opinion, they are just rubbish. Thinking that she had fallen into the hands of such a trash person, Xiao Tao became even more sad. Wait a minute, he is about to break through level 40. Does that mean he has a soul ring position on his body? But soon, Xiao Tao suddenly realized something. She knew she couldn't escape, and she couldn't self-destruct, but she would be very happy if she could take Ziyi to be buried with him. Under other circumstances, she would not have been able to take Ziyi to be buried with him. But now Ziyi is about to break through level 40, and there will be an additional soul ring on her body, which will give her a chance, an opportunity to sacrifice yourself. Of course, she sacrificed herself not to fulfill the other party. The sacrifice she had in mind was entirely vengeful, because at Ziyi's level, it is simply impossible to withstand a soul ring with a quality of 100,000 years. Even if she took the initiative to sacrifice, it wouldn't work, unless she also sacrificed her soul. But she will definitely not sacrifice her soul, but will hide her soul in a soul ring or soul bone. If the soul ring failed to burst Ziyi to death, then he would kill him through soul shock, but she thought it was impossible. Ziyi would definitely not be able to withstand the energy of a 100,000-year soul ring. After thinking that she could take revenge on her enemies in this way, Xiao Tao suddenly became quieter and prepared secretly. Her pink eyes were quietly staring at Ziyi who was practicing. Now it's not just Bibi Dong and the others who are looking forward to Ziyi's breakthrough. Xiao Tao, who has been transformed for 100,000 years, is also waiting for Ziyi's breakthrough. Waiting for a soul ring to be vacant on Ziyi's body, so while everyone was waiting, Ziyi practiced slowly. Buzz, It wasn't until a few hours later that a strong wave of soul power appeared on Ziyi's body. Your Highness has made a breakthrough, Shilong said happily. Bibi Dong and concubine Li Chan also had expressions of surprise on their faces. Ziyi quickly opened his eyes, with a hint of joy in his eyes. It was just a breakthrough to level 40. It was a natural thing for him, so there was no big surprise. After breaking through level 40, he was looking forward to being able to choose a soul ring skill from his own soul condensation ring, which was what he looked forward to more. I have broken through level 40. I will do more later. Ziyi was about to say that he would continue to condense his soul ring and let Bibi Dong and the others continue to protect him. Boom! Suddenly a huge burst of soul energy completely interrupted what Ziyi wanted to say. Chapter 87 After the Sacrifice. You are listening at NovelsDouluo. Since I've been caught by you, I'm in trouble. You found me, right? I don't want to struggle anymore. Instead of being killed, I might as well choose how to leave. Now that you have broken through and need a soul ring, I will sacrifice myself to you. I hope you can treat my soul ring and soul bone well. That with huge soul power fluctuations, Xiao Tao, who was originally bound and imprisoned on the ground, now stood up and slowly walked towards Ziyi. In her body, there is also a pink energy linked to Ziyi's body. Bang bang bang. As for Bibi Dong, Shilong and Li Chanfei, without Xiao Tao's sacrificial energy link, they were already knocked back by the huge energy impact of Xiao Tao. Ziyi and Xiao Tao were left alone. Sacrifice. It's actually the legendary sacrifice. No wonder we have such a strong energy field. Shilong, who was knocked out, couldn't help but scream in shock after he stabilized his body. It turns out it's a sacrifice. No wonder she can untie her and force us back. It makes sense if it's a sacrifice. Concubine Li Chan was also a little surprised. At first, she was worried about Ziyi's safety, but she felt relieved after knowing that it was Xiao Tao who offered the sacrifice, because the sacrifice of the soul beast is irreversible. The 100,000-year soul beast actually chose to sacrifice, so it would be impossible to hurt Ziyi again, because Ziyi was the target of her sacrifice. She actually chose to sacrifice. Won't junior brother make a lot of money now? This is a 100,000-year soul ring. At this time, Bibi Dong also stabilized her figure under the protection of concubine Li Chan, and then watched Xiao Tao walk up to Ziyi with wide eyes. Sister Fei, junior brother, he won't be in danger, right? Although she was happy for her junior brother, Bibi Dong still became worried when she saw the spirit beast walking in front of Ziyi. Probably not. A 100,000-year-old soul ring is rare. It is even more legendary that a 100,000-year-old soul beast takes the initiative to sacrifice. Moreover, once the soul beast chooses to sacrifice, it is irreversible and no one can defeat it. Break. Shilong looked at Ziyi's figure with envy in his eyes. Being able to be actively sacrificed by a 100,000-year-old soul beast was something that only happened in legends. He didn't expect that he would have the opportunity to witness this scene with his own eyes. It would be great if he could also have a 100,000-year soul ring. But your highness is only level 40 now, is there really no problem? However, concubine Li Chan was also a little worried at this time. Yes, junior brother, he is only level 40 now. Can he really withstand a 100,000-year soul ring? After hearing concubine Li Chan's words, Bibi Dong became even more worried. Probably not. After hearing what concubine Li Chan and Bibi Dong said, Shilong's expression also changed slightly. He doesn't know this situation either. But no matter how you think about it, Ziyi, who is only at level 40, cannot withstand the energy of a 100,000-year soul ring. What to do? Sister Fei, is there any way to interrupt her sacrifice? When Bibi Dong heard Shilong's uncertain tone, her expression instantly became anxious. No, there's no way to get close at all. With this kind of energy field, even if a titled Douluo comes, he can't get close, let alone interrupt her sacrifice. Concubine Li Chan clasped her hands slightly and looked at Ziyi in the distance. She also began to worry. Ziyi is not only her little man, but also a little man who can help her practice, and he is also a disciple of the Pope. If something happened to Ziyi, it would be hard for them. We should believe His Highness will be fine. At this time, Shilong also had panic in his eyes, but he could only pray that Ziyi would be okay. Junior brother. When Bibi Dong heard this, she could only bite her lower lip and stare closely at Ziyi's figure in the distance. At this time, Ziyi was also in surprise. He also didn't expect that the 100,000-year-old soul beast he captured would actually choose to sacrifice at this time, feeling the steady stream of energy from the other party's sacrifice surrounding his body, waiting for him to absorb it. Ziyi did not choose to absorb it, although he was a little surprised at first. Ziyi quickly calmed down by relying on his rejection of the soul beast soul ring. It's not that he really doesn't like soul beast soul rings, but soul beast soul rings have great disadvantages for him, even if it is 100,000-year soul ring. As long as he absorbs a soul beast soul ring, his self-condensing soul ring can no longer improve its quality through practice, so after being surprised, Ziyi's first reaction was to resist. Therefore, the energy from the other party's sacrifice was only surrounding the surface of Ziyi's body and was not absorbed by him, and could not cause any harm to him. Stop, I don't need your sacrifice. Feeling more and more energy surrounding the surface of his body, Ziyi looked at Xiao Tao, the 100,000-year-old soul beast, and said. What? Xiao Tao, who was still in the process of offering sacrifices, was immediately stunned when she heard these words from Ziyi's mouth. She looked suspicious of life and wondered if she had heard it wrong. I said stop your sacrifice, I don't need it, Ziyi said again. How could you not need it? Didn't you just break through level 40? You have a soul ring on your body now. I will sacrifice myself to you. This is 100,000-year soul ring. Why don't you want it? Hearing that Ziyi was sure that he didn't want her to sacrifice, Xiao Tao was more anxious than anyone else at this time, and quickly began to persuade her with a tone that was considerate of Ziyi, because she is already making a sacrifice, and this kind of sacrifice is irreversible, she can't stop. In other words, she herself is destined to die, but if Ziyi does not accept her sacrifice, then Ziyi will be fine, and she will not be able to drag Ziyi to die together. This was something she never expected after she chose to sacrifice just now. She could not imagine that a soul master could refuse the initiative of a 100,000-year-old soul beast to sacrifice, that was a 100,000-year-old soul ring plus a 100,000-year-old soul bone. Because I know you are not so kind, and I am only level 40 now. The energy of a 100,000-year soul ring is beyond my ability to bear, even if you take the initiative to sacrifice it. Ziyi looked at the other party with cold eyes. After calming down, he saw through Xiao Tao's purpose. At this time, he also had some lingering fears. Fortunately, he could refuse the sacrifice, otherwise it would be really dangerous this time. It seems that he has been a little distracted recently, and he did not expect that the 100,000-year soul beast could use sacrifices to murder him after he broke through. No. That's definitely not the case. As long as it is a soul ring that our soul beast chooses to sacrifice on its own initiative, there is no soul ring that a soul master cannot absorb. And a 100,000-year soul ring can also possess 2 soul skills. If you add the soul bone, it will be 4 soul skills. Xiao Tao didn't expect that Ziyi could see through her purpose. Her pupils immediately shrank slightly, and then she quickly started to quibble and persuade. She had already started the sacrifice, and she couldn't stop no matter what, so she had to find a way to get Ziyi to accept her sacrifice. Damn it, there are still people who can resist the temptation of a 100,000-year soul ring. Is this guy still a soul master? Xiao Tao cursed Ziyi again in her heart. She couldn't understand it, and at the same time she was a little shocked inside. No need, you'd better stop. Ziyi was completely immune to temptation. Looking at Ziyi's serious eyes, Xiao Tao was confused. How come there are such people on the mainland? Ziyi did not accept her sacrifice. Not to mention that other people did not have soul ring positions on them. Even if they did, she could not transfer them. Once the sacrifice target was selected, it could not be changed. But I can't stop the sacrifice. Why can't you accept my sacrifice? You can't let me die in vain. Xiao Tao looked at Ziyi with a sad face, tears welling up in her eyes. If the temptation fails, she can only pretend to be pitiful now. It's not a waste. Returning to nature after the energy from your sacrifice dissipates is also a contribution. Besides, don't you still have a soul bone left? Ziyi just smiled faintly and remained unmoved. Damn it, you bastard. Even if I keep my soul bones, I still want to keep the two most useless soul skills. After knowing that Ziyi really had no intention of accepting her sacrifice, Xiao Tao immediately changed her face and cursed at Ziyi angrily. So you can still choose what soul skills to leave behind. It doesn't matter. Soul skills that are 100,000 years old can't be inferior to rubbish no matter how rubbish they are. Ziyi's eyes lit up slightly when he heard this. He didn't expect that 100,000-year soul beast could take the initiative to choose which soul skills to leave behind. I guess only sacrificial soul beasts can do that. Damn it, bastard. I curse you to have a bad death in the future. Hearing Ziyi's words, Xiao Tao completely lost her guard. Without saying anything, she directly cursed at Ziyi. At this moment, Xiao Tao's feet began to turn into pieces of peach blossom petals and dissipated. It won't be long before her entire body will disappear completely due to the sacrifice. Ah, I'm about to disappear completely. If you don't choose to accept my sacrifice before then, my 100,000-year soul ring will really disappear. Don't you feel any pity at all? Really, I'm not lying to you. The spirit ring offered as a sacrifice can be absorbed by a spirit master of any level. Don't waste my spirit ring. This is something I have gained through hard work. After her feet completely turned into petals and disappeared, Xiao Tao looked at Ziyi frantically, and opened her mouth again to try to get Ziyi to choose to accept her sacrifice. No, my soul rings are all condensed by myself. I don't need the soul rings of soul beasts, even if they are 100,000-year soul rings. Looking at Xiao Tao who was gradually disappearing, Ziyi shook his head. To be honest, Ziyi felt it was a pity that the other party disappeared like this. He originally thought about whether there was a chance to bring the other party into his room. There is no chance now. What? You condensed your soul rings yourself. P.S. A 100,000-year soul ring will not be wasted. Chapter 88 Soul Bone Peachwood Sword. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. When Xiao Tao heard Ziyi's words, her pink eyes suddenly widened, her beautiful eyes were full of disbelief. That's right, all the soul rings on my body are, I don't need the soul beast soul rings. Seeing that the other party was about to disappear completely, Ziyi didn't care to tell the other party these things. How can this be? Only then did Xiao Tao realize that she had misunderstood before. Ziyi's soul skills were unique and were obtained through self-condensing soul rings, rather than hunting rare soul beasts. This immediately reduced her hatred for Ziyi. Although she didn't know how Ziyi did it, she could see that Ziyi didn't lie to her, and there was no need to lie to her. How did you do it? Can other soul masters use your method of self-condensing soul rings? Knowing that she could not drag Ziyi to die with her, Xiao Tao gave up trying to persuade Ziyi to accept her sacrifice, and instead asked Ziyi about the self-condensing soul ring. She is a soul beast, so she is naturally very curious about this. It would be great if all soul masters obtained soul rings through self-condensing soul rings. Of course all soul masters can use it. I am a disciple of the Pope of Wuhun Palace. This method will definitely be promoted by Wuhun Palace in the future, and more soul masters will definitely use my method to obtain soul rings. Ziyi knew what the other person wanted to know by asking this, so he said it. The other party is going to die anyway, so it doesn't matter if he says something nice. Maybe if the other party is happy, he will choose 2 better soul skills to keep in his soul bones. Also because Ziyi didn't want any more accidents to happen, so he picked what the other party liked to hear. Really? Xiao Tao couldn't believe it when she heard this. Of course, why don't I want your sacrifice? It's not because in my opinion, the soul beast soul ring is not as good as the self-condensing soul ring, because the self-condensing soul ring has more advantages, and the self-condensing soul ring can be continuously improved through practice. There is nothing we can do about the soul beast soul ring. Ziyi continued. That's really great. After hearing Ziyi's disparaging words about the soul beast and soul ring, Xiao Tao was not only not angry, but also had a smile on her face. In her opinion, if the self-condensing soul rings of human soul masters really replaced the soul beast soul rings in the future, then there would not be so many soul beasts being hunted. This is a great thing for the soul beast. After hearing this news, Xiao Tao felt that even if she died, she would have no regrets. At this moment, Xiao Tao's body below her neck had turned into petals and scattered. In the end, Xiao Tao's figure completely turned into petals and dispersed in the wind, turning into countless petals wrapped around Guziyi's body. She did not hide her soul in the soul bones, but prepared to disappear together with the soul ring energy that Guziyi did not want to absorb. She didn't want to cause trouble for Guziyi to absorb soul bones. Now, she hopes that Guziyi can live well and finally carry forward the self-condensing soul ring. Along with Xiao Tao's body completely disappearing, a red soul bone also fell on the spot. I left my 2 favorite soul skills. I hope you can make good use of the soul bone I left behind. What I said this time is true. At this moment, Xiao Tao's voice sounded in Guziyi's ears again. It's just that her voice this time came from the energy and petals surrounding Guziyi. Don't worry, no one doesn't like 100,000-year-old soul bone. Guziyi reached out to catch the falling soul bone and found that it was a right arm soul bone, all red, like a small shield equipped on the arm. This is the soul bone. It is better to say it is a soul bone than a piece of equipment, but it can only be equipped in a specific position. That's good. Xiao Tao's voice sounded again, and then the energy and petals surrounding Guziyi became weaker and weaker, and seemed to be completely dissipated. Can the energy you sacrificed be transferred to this soul bone? Sensing that the energy from Xiao Tao's sacrifice was about to disappear, Guziyi looked at the soul bone in his hand and suddenly asked. Ah! The energy and petals surrounding Guziyi's body were obviously slightly stunned. I don't know. Xiao Tao said she didn't know, as no soul beast had ever tried this kind of thing. Then give it a try. It's better than disappearing like this, right? Guziyi encouraged directly. If it could, then this soul bone should become more valuable. It might become more difficult to absorb, but Guziyi was not prepared to absorb it, as long as it became stronger. Okay, let me try. Xiao Tao also became interested at this time. She couldn't transfer the sacrificial soul ring to others now, but it should be possible to transfer it back to her own soul bone, right? Buzz. Then the energy and petals surrounding Guziyi's body suddenly changed their rotation and began to converge on the soul bone in Guziyi's hand. Without much hindrance, the energy formed after Xiao Tao's sacrifice was easily integrated into the soul bone she left behind. In an instant, the soul bone in Guziyi's hand flew up from Guziyi's hand, hovering in the air and becoming the center of a new energy storm. The energy and petals from Xiao Tao's sacrifice began to flow into it continuously. It actually works. Guziyi's eyes lit up when he saw this. Thump. But as more and more energy poured in, the entire soul bone suddenly started to burn. The entire soul bone burned redder and redder, and eventually seemed like molten iron that would dissolve at any time. No, if this continues, the soul bones I left behind will also be destroyed. At this time, Xiao Tao's voice sounded again. At this time, most of the energy surrounding it is still there. Is this the only amount you can inject? Guziyi felt a little regretful when he heard this, and then saw Guziyi flipping his hands and taking out a jade bottle. Try to see if this extremely cold spring can help. After Guziyi finished speaking, he tried to drop a spring of extreme cold on top of the soul bone. That it can be seen that after the drop of the extremely cold spring fell on the soul bone, it was quickly burned and evaporated, but the flames on the soul bone also weakened a bit. That's great, I can help you. Xiao Tao's voice sounded with joy. Okay, you continue, I'll help you depending on the situation. Guziyi nodded. As Xiao Tao fell down in response, the energy petals still hovering outside continued to be injected into the soul bone. Guziyi kept dripping extremely cold spring towards the soul bone to prevent the soul bone from being burned and destroyed. Xiao Tao, can you condense the soul bone into the shape of a long sword? Seeing that the soul bone was like a piece of red-hot iron, with the feeling that it could be forged and shaped at will, Guziyi's heart moved again and he quickly spoke. Good, Although she didn't know why Ziyi wanted to shape the soul bone into the shape of a long sword, Xiao Tao still agreed. Unknowingly, Xiao Tao didn't realize that she should have hated Ziyi, but instead she became obedient to his words. Then he saw the soul bone in front of Ziyi slowly stretching and deforming under the influence of some kind of force, and finally condensed into the shape of a long sword. As the long sword was completely formed, the energy from Xiao Tao's sacrifice was completely integrated into the long sword, and the energy field that originally existed around Ziyi disappeared without a trace in an instant. Seeing that the long sword was completely formed, although Ziyi's eyes were full of love, he took a step or two back slightly and went out without going up to take the sword. Learn from mistakes. He couldn't guarantee whether the current soul bone would be harmful to him. After the long sword soul bone was formed, it also fell from the air. The tip of the sword was inserted into the ground. As soon as it was inserted, it disappeared, leaving only the hilt outside. It's so dark. What are you doing? Why don't you pull me up? Damn it, you are actually guarding against me. Then Xiao Tao's voice actually sounded in Ziyi's consciousness. After hearing Xiao Tao's voice, Ziyi discovered that in addition to hearing the other person's voice, he could actually sense the other person's emotions. At this time, Xiao Tao was obviously aggrieved and angry, but he had no intention of harming Ziyi. Of course, I'm afraid you'll do something bad to me again. After all, you just planned to kill me. Ziyi was not embarrassed and just responded calmly. After saying that, Ziyi stepped forward and pulled out the sword. Although he didn't know what was going on, he found that he could sense Xiao Tao's emotions, so he dared to step forward, because the other party really has no bad thoughts towards him now. Looking at the long sword in his hand, the sword body was red all over, the material looked like wood, and it had no lack of sharpness. The more he looked at it, the more he liked it. Then, it was you who caught me first. Do you know what's going on with me now? Why does it seem like I'm not dead even after I sacrificed myself? Why do I feel like I'm bound to you now? No one else can use this soul bone except you. Xiao Tao snorted coldly at first, and then chased Ziyi curiously and asked, because she found that she couldn't understand her current state. Obviously, she should die if she sacrifices. Even if the soul is left in the soul bone, it will remain silent in the soul bone, waiting for others to absorb the soul bone to activate the soul shock. She should not have the freedom she has now, but she could still sense that she and Ziyi were bound. Please tell me carefully about your current situation first. Ziyi did not answer, but let Xiao Tao answer his question first. He also felt the same. The soul bone sword in his hand seemed to be bound to him. It was precisely because of this that he dared to step forward and pick up the sword just now. Chapter 89 Sword Spirit, 100,000 Years Soul Bone Soul Skill. You are listening at NovelsDouluo. Xiao Tao quickly shared her current status with Ziyi. She is now fused with her soul bone in the state of soul, and has lost the ability to move. Now she can only coexist with the soul bone, and because of her presence, the soul bone can automatically activate the soul skills on the soul bone. It's just that she couldn't use offensive soul skills against Ziyi. In Ziyi's opinion, Xiao Tao is the sword spirit who has transformed into a soul bone sword. The two soul skills she left on her soul bones were Tao Ji Yao Yao and Blazing Peach Blossom falling to 9 heavens. It would be more appropriate to say Tao Ji Yao Yao, or to run away. It is a life-saving soul skill. After it is used, the body turns into peach blossoms and scatters, and the real body teleports away. It is a variant of teleportation, and the distance is further. Blazing Peach Blossoms falling 9 heavens is a large-scale attack soul skill. Finally, there is the issue of her binding to Ziyi. It seems that because she previously regarded Ziyi as a sacrifice target, she was bound to Ziyi even if she did not sacrifice to Ziyi. They can sense each other's emotions. What now? Can you still feel my emotions? After Xiao Tao finished speaking, Ziyi asked Xiao Tao again in his heart. The communication between the two people has always been in the heart. Xiao Tao said a lot, but it seemed that she finished it in just a moment. Ah. No, I can't feel it anymore. What's going on? Xiao Tao soon discovered that she could no longer sense Ziyi's emotions, and was suddenly surprised. It's nothing. You sacrificed yourself to me. Although some changes have taken place now, the result is still the same. That is, I am your master. If I don't want you to feel my emotions, you won't be able to feel them. Ziyi smiled proudly. Now he was sure that Xiao Tao, who had transformed into a sword spirit, could not hurt him, because when Xiao Tao said just now that she couldn't attack him, there was no deception or concealment in it. Ah! How could this happen? This is so unfair. Xiao Tao suddenly became dissatisfied when she heard this. Okay, let me let go of the restrictions. Ziyi smiled faintly, and then relaxed so that Xiao Tao could feel his emotional changes, because Ziyi felt that there was nothing to hide. Xiao Tao no longer threatened him at all, and if there really was something that Xiao Tao didn't want Xiao Tao to sense, it wouldn't be too late to turn off her sense of him. Hadad at this moment. Shilong and Li Chanfei also rushed over quickly with Bibi Dong. Your Highness. Your Highness, are you okay? After the two came over, they were relieved to see that Ziyi was fine. They were really worried that Ziyi would not be able to bear the 100,000-year soul ring and something would happen to him. Junior brother, where is your 100,000-year-old soul ring? Release it quickly and let me see. After Bibi Dong knew that Ziyi was fine, she was anxious to see Ziyi's 100,000-year soul ring. Just now, she never saw the 100,000-year soul ring condensed on Ziyi's body. Instead, she saw that Ziyi seemed to have done something to the soul bone, but compared to the changes in the soul bones, what she wanted to see more was the 100,000-year soul ring. I did not accept her sacrifice. Ziyi shook his head and revealed the fact that he did not have a 100,000-year soul ring. What? Didn't accept it? Then, that 100,000-year-old soul beast is just gone now. Is there only one soul bone left? Hearing Ziyi's answer, Bibi Dong and the other three were extremely shocked. They never expected that Ziyi would not accept the sacrifice of a 100,000-year soul beast, which was a 100,000-year soul ring. It is too dangerous for me to accept a 100,000-year soul ring, and all the soul rings on my body are self-condensing soul rings. If I want to continue to improve my soul rings, I cannot absorb any soul beast soul rings. Even if it's a 100,000-year soul ring. As for that soul beast, you should have seen it just now. She is now completely integrated into this soul bone. Now this soul bone is under my control and has turned into the sword I wanted. It has been bound to my soul and cannot be used or absorbed by others. Ziyi briefly explained what happened just now. As for the fusion and symbiosis of Xiao Tao's soul and soul bone, he didn't say anything about it. It's enough for him to know this. How can it still be like this? After Shilong and the others heard Ziyi's words, they were surprised again. Sister Fei, you can try and see if you can absorb it. Ziyi then handed the soul bone sword to concubine Li Chan. Well, let me give it a try. Concubine Li Chan was also very curious. She tried it immediately after taking it, and immediately found that she really couldn't absorb this soul bone. It's really impossible to absorb, and the soul bone can actually be bound to its master. Well, this sword is now the same as the external soul bone that has been completely fused by the soul master. No one can use it except me. If I die one day, it will be destroyed along with it. Ziyi smiled and nodded. Your Highness made it look like a long sword. Are you not going to absorb it? Shilong was shocked and looked at the appearance of the sword, and couldn't help but ask Ziyi. He knew that Ziyi developed the golden light sword control technique. Yes, the research department has verified that for me, the consequences of absorbing soul bones and soul beast soul rings are the same, so I will not absorb soul bones until a solution is found. But it doesn't matter whether I absorb it or not. Now this sword is bound to me, and no one else can use it. I can still use its soul bone skills in my hand. And as long as I don't say it, others won't know that this sword is actually a soul bone, and it won't attract people to snatch it if I take it out. Please help me keep this news secret, both seniors. Ziyi nodded, and finally asked Shilong. Your Highness, don't worry, I will never leak it out. Shilong promised hurriedly. Your Highness, don't worry, sister won't tell either. Li Chanfei also promised with a smile. Give up the soul ring. don't absorb the soul bone, these are all soul rings and soul bones of 100,000 years. Junior brother, you are really amazing. If it were me, I would definitely choose to absorb it. At this time, Bibi Dong looked at Ziyi with great admiration, her eyes shining, she really thought that Ziyi was so handsome. Yes, your highness's determination is amazing. Ordinary people can't do this. Shilong and Li Chanfei also exclaimed, and looked at Ziyi with admiration. No, if the soul rings of my senior sister and the two seniors were all self-condensed soul rings, they would definitely make the same choice as me. Ziyi smiled, and then said nothing more. I'll call this sword Zhuotao from now on. Ziyi took the soul bone sword in his hand and waved it for a few times, and then gave it a name. After that, Ziyi put it away with the soul guide. Sister Fei, I have to trouble you to continue to help me protect the law. My fourth soul ring has not yet condensed. After putting away the peachwood sword, Ziyi said to Li Chanfei and the others again. This is what we should do. Your Highness, just relax and condense it. We have been looking forward to witnessing with our own eyes how the self-condensed spirit ring is born. Yes, junior brother, please condense the spirit ring quickly. I haven't seen it yet either, senior sister. Chapter 90 The Fourth Soul Skill. You are listening at NovelFold.audio. Before condensing, Ziyi thought for a while and took out the peachwood sword from the soul guide. You should also watch from the side to see if my soul ring really condensed on its own. After speaking to sword spirit Xiaotao from the bottom of his heart, Ziyi placed the Taomu sword across his knees, then, Ziyi officially began to condense his fourth soul ring. It is still a familiar process of self-condensing soul rings, only this time, it took Ziyi 2 full days to successfully condense his fourth soul ring, Buzz. At the moment when the fourth soul ring was successfully condensed, Ziyi's consciousness came to the mysterious soul skill space again. After some attempts, Ziyi found that there were many soul skills that he could choose from now, but only 3 of them were favored by Ziyi. One is a purification talisman, which can relieve all abnormal conditions after use, including abnormal states at the physical and mental levels. Just like purification in pesticides, it can not only release hard control, but also soft control and markings. This is considered a very powerful auxiliary soul skill. There is also the Red Lotus Fire technique. After using it, you can summon a Red Lotus Fireball to attack the enemy. This kind of flame is much more powerful than the ordinary fire attribute. If Ziyi chooses this, he will truly have an offensive soul skill. The last one was the one that most excited Ziyi's heart, the amulet. As the name suggests, it is the legendary holding talisman. As long as it is attached to the holding talisman, the target will be imprisoned and unable to move. The imprisoning effect is also very good. Anyone with a lower soul power level than Ziyi will be immobilized for 10 seconds. Those with the same level as Ziyi will also be immobilized for 5 seconds. Even those who are 1 level higher than Ziyi will be immobilized for 2 seconds as long as they are affixed with the immobilizing charm. In other words, with Ziyi's current level of cultivation in the Soul Sect, even if the Soul King is affixed with an immobilizing charm, he will be charged for 2 seconds. It's simply unreasonable, just like those Taoist priests fighting zombies in movies. They can't beat the opponent head-on, but they can directly immobilize the opponent with a talisman, and these are just amulets under normal conditions. If Ziyi increases his soul power production, the control time can be extended. It's the amulet. If you choose the Red Lotus Fire technique, you may not be able to defeat Tang Hao with it, but as long as the immobilization talisman hits, you can control him. Then it won't be a problem to defeat the Haotian team in the Soul Master competition. After a little hesitation, Ziyi quickly chose the immobilization talisman as his fourth soul skill. Buzz. After Ziyi made his choice, his fourth soul ring and soul skills were completely formed, and Ziyi also opened his eyes from meditating. Soul rings also rose up around Ziyi's, but yellow purple. Ziyi's fourth soul ring is a 1,000-year quality purple soul ring. Ziyi felt it and found that the quality of his fourth soul ring was about 3,000 years, the best configuration for a normal soul master. The fourth soul ring is only 5,000 years in quality. Ziyi's self-condensed fourth soul ring can reach 3,000 years. Like the third soul ring, it exceeds the limit of a normal soul master. He's half his age, which can be called a pervert, many soul sex. The soul beast soul rings absorbed by the fourth soul ring may not be as high quality as Ziyi's current self-condensing soul ring. This should be related to Ziyi absorbing several immortal grasses. A normal soul master's self-condensing soul ring would never be so high. Is it really a self-condensing soul ring? Are you also in the form of a soul beast? No, your martial spirit cannot be the soul beast incarnation. After Ziyi opened his eyes, the first thing that sounded was Xiao Tao's voice. At this time, she was truly convinced that Ziyi's soul ring was condensed by herself. Well, you've seen it all. Ziyi responded in his heart, and then while standing up, he put the peachwood sword back into the soul guide, otherwise it's too noisy. How is it going? Junior brother, what is your fourth soul skill? No. Bibi Dong's voice was already ringing in Ziyi's ears. She thought the self-condensing soul ring was so novel before, but after 2 days of looking at it, she found nothing. Just like when someone else absorbs a soul ring, outsiders can't see anything. The soul ring doesn't appear until it succeeds, so at this time, Bibi Dong wanted to know what Ziyi's fourth soul skill was even more. Senior sister, you will know after you feel it for yourself. Ziyi stood up and smiled slightly when he heard this. Buzz. Then, the fourth soul ring on Ziyi's body lit up slightly, and then a holding talisman was summoned by Ziyi. It's just that this time when Ziyi used it, he didn't read out the name of the soul skill, he just summoned the holding talisman. His soul skills don't require reciting his name and spells before he can use them. Just try it. Bibi Dong curiously took the amulet from Ziyi's hand, and then put it on her body. Buzz. When the holding talisman was attached to Bibi Dong's body, there was a burst of light and then the talisman disappeared. Ah, why can't I move? Then Bibi Dong immediately realized that she couldn't move, and immediately screamed. I can't move my body, but I can still speak with my mouth. It seems that the effect of my amulet is average. Ziyi looked at Bibi Dong who was immobilized by him and smiled, and then also said the name of his soul skill. Fixing talisman. That when Bibi Dong and concubine Shilong and Li Chan heard the name of Ziyi's soul skill, they immediately knew what Ziyi's fourth soul skill was, control soul skills. Your Highness's soul skills are really becoming more and more diverse, Shilong exclaimed in surprise. At first, he thought that Ziyi's martial spirit was an auxiliary martial spirit. Later, Ziyi's golden light talisman could not only assist, but also attack. Ziyi also developed the golden light sword technique. Now that it's okay, Ziyi's fourth soul skill is simply replaced by a control soul skill. There are really all kinds of them. Yes, this fourth soul skill looks very strong too. Concubine Li Chan also has beautiful eyes. Senior sister is a soul king, so I can only immobilize her for 2 seconds. Ziyi also said with a smile at this time. It's so amazing, you actually controlled my time for 2 seconds. Junior brother, with your move, we can definitely defeat the Haotian team, right? At this time, Bibi Dong also regained her ability to move, and she immediately cried out in surprise after hearing this. She had personally experienced the power of the amulet, so she was filled with excitement. As long as senior sister can defeat him after I put the immobilization talisman on him, then it will definitely not be a problem for us to win the Haotian team. After hearing Bibi Dong's words, Ziyi immediately replied confidently, this is also the reason why he chose the amulet. With the immobilization talisman, you can defeat Tang Hao better. I don't think I can even go up and give him a kick.